Hey y'all. So it's Saturday. And it's a couple of weeks to Christmas. In a couple of weeks?
I don't think so.
It's a couple of weeks. Maybe 3 weeks. I guess this is the first week of December. So I think it's like 3 weeks to Christmas.
3 more weeks.
Yeah.
Or 2 more weeks.
So hey y'all. Christmas time. We about to have some real talk about Christmas time. Because I was listening to something. Well, I wasn't listening. I was what's the word? What's the word when you hey, Miss Tells the Truth? I was eavesdropping, for lack of a better term.
She was being nosy.
I wasn't being nosy.
That's nosy.
The person I sleep with had the phone up loud, so I was hearing.
Oh, I was listening to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made me think. I said, that's a good topic. I don't want to get too close to Christmas. Hey, Leilani. I don't want to get too close to Christmas. Is another box enough?
Hey.
Hey. Hey, Susan. Hey, y'all. So, I didn't want to get too close to Christmas talking crazy. I didn't want to get too close to Christmas. So, I decided that I was going to go, let's go and talk about Christmas stuff. And then somebody said something earlier that I didn't quite agree with. I understood where she was coming from, but I just didn't quite agree with it. So I said, well, that's what we talking about today. Because I was going to talk about normal stuff we normally talk about, and then just nothing, just random stuff. But then I realized that if you look at TV, if you were an alien and you looked at TV during Christmas time, you would think that Christmas is the most wonderful, beautiful, peaceful, loving. Nothing bad happens during Christmas time. Everybody is, goodwill toward men, all that. And I realized that that's just not true. Christmas, while it is Christmas, is another day. And just like the day before Christmas and the day after Christmas, and just like tomorrow, you got to wake up and deal with your real life and day-to-day things. So I had some thoughts, and I'm going to share them with y'all. And if you at any point feel like you can relate, or if you don't understand, or hell, if you disagree, let me know. Um, when I was a kid, Christmas time was everything. So everything. It was just, you know, presents. I was like, oh, we got the lights up. Yeah! My mama made it that way. It was me and her. Before it was me and her, it was me, my mom and dad, and then he passed away, and then she made sure Christmas was good for me. As we got older, I got less presents, and I felt some kind of way. I felt like I don't want to grow up because I don't like grown up Christmas. But I digress. So when I got out of our house and started being a grown up, I would go home for Christmas, but I didn't celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I did Christmas stuff because I was working. Once I got out the house and stopped going to school, I was working. I would work Christmas Day. I have worked Christmas Day. I have worked Christmas Eve. I have worked. So when you work in a restaurant that's open 24 hours a day, not 24 hours a day, but you open a restaurant that's open every day and they don't close for Christmas, you run the risk of working on Christmas, and I have. So in my 20s, Christmas was just, it was a fun time. I go see my mom if I could, if I wasn't working. And, I don't even remember, you know what? I don't even remember decorating in my 20s. So here comes 2004, and I have a baby. So now Christmas takes on an entirely new meaning. Because I was talking to Nick one day, and we were talking about the future and all the things that parents have for kids. And my one thing is that it's not about giving my kids so much more than I had. It's about my kids having at least what I had. So I was a single parent. Christmas presents wasn't running out from under the tree, but I made it work. I got it done. I had help. When I got pregnant with Nick, I was a single parent, working and and having a single person job and a single person's income. But I had been working since I was 17 and I was 37. So I went and I filled out and I did what I was supposed to do. I got the things that I was entitled to that I've been paying my taxes for 20 years. So I got Medicaid and WIC. And you know, when you get Medicaid and WIC and food stamps, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get my glasses on. I feel you, tell the truth. I'll tell you in a minute why I feel you. And I'm so sorry. Because I can't imagine. I can't imagine just a regular Monday without DC. So, baby, my heart, and I really want to cry. But this is not sad, so I ain't going to do it. I mean, that's sad, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry, baby. I really am. But I understand. So, when you become an adult, Christmas takes on a new meaning. Takes on Christmas parties, and just like every holiday, takes on a new meaning. When you become an adult, a different meaning than when you were younger. So back to that. So I got on everything. And when you get on, depending upon where you, CC, depending upon where you are, and depending upon the, CC, and depending upon the programs that they have. Now, when I first had Nick, they didn't have a whole lot of programs like, you know, food banks and things like that. I was in Alabama, and that just wasn't a part of their repertoire. So, but when I moved to other places, like I moved to Texas, and then I eventually moved here where I am now. So fast forward, we're here. And I'm staying with a relative, and I'm trying to make my baby's Christmas. I wasn't working. But I was getting the benefits, the things that I needed. So they give you a list of things to do, like toy drives and places where you can go to get toys and things for your kids for Christmas. Now, I had some things for Nick because I'm never not going to figure it out. But I didn't have what I felt like was enough, you know. So I'm here. And this is what you're supposed to do as a parent. Let me say that. I'm not doing anything I was supposed to do. I'm not anything I could do to make his life better. That's my job. So that's what I did. So I got on the bus, went an hour away from where I lived at, stood in line for like 7 or 8 hours because where it was, I mean, everybody has a different landmarker thing. But I was in line, I want to say 6 or 7 hours. And I was talking to DC off and on because I didn't want my battery to die. So we was just in there. And then people, we were talking and commiserating because it was people that needed help. But not just needed help. People that wanted to make their kids' Christmas as good as possible. So I stand in the line and they're giving away bikes. Hey, ma'am. So they're giving away bikes too. But not everybody can get a bike. Because, you know, nobody has 1,000 bikes or 1,000,000 bikes or whatever. So it's just random. But my then girlfriend had already got Nick a bike. So I get up to the thing, and the guy that's behind the desk, nice guy. He was like, because normally you had to do something for a bike. I didn't do. He said, but he saw me and me being there by myself, and how he was like, hey, I'm gonna let you have this bike. Give you baby this bike. I forget how he said it, but you can get the bike. And I said, and I contemplated for a second. I contemplated for a second taking the bike. But I'm like, what my baby gonna do with 2 bikes? What he riding? You gonna put 1 bike on each foot and then just look crazy? So I said, no. I said, thank you. He already has a bike. I'm sure there's somebody else that would appreciate it that doesn't have it. And he was like, oh, that's nice. I said, no, I wouldn't take a bike from somebody else. Not if I didn't, not if my baby needed it. If my baby needed it, I would have taken it. Because I'm not too proud to do shit. However, I wasn't going to take away from somebody else. And I said all that to say this. Parents out there, young parents, older parents, parents of Christmas age kids, don't be afraid to do whatever you have to do to make your baby smile. If you have to go down to the different programs to get free stuff, get it. Don't sit up there and be too proud and I work to get mine and da 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 and your baby sitting up there opening an empty box because your pride cannot be put in a box. That being said, if you don't need something, don't take it away from those that need. Even now, I could still be on a list, to get things for my kid. Number one, Nick has outgrown that. Number two, I have the means to get him what I want to get him. So I would not. So when they send stuff around from when we first came down here on the food stamp program, they would send stuff. I guess they figured if you on food stamps, you wasn't working. No, baby, I worked every day. But still, they would send stuff. So when I got to the point to where I didn't have to do it, in my head, I was thinking, there are families out there whose babies don't not just not have Christmas, but don't have a place to put the presents for Christmas. Don't have a room to wake up and go, ooh, I can open my Christmas presents. Don't have a Christmas tree. Don't have Christmas presents. Trying to figure out how they're gonna make these hot dogs stretch till Christmas. So I couldn't, in good conscience, take some stuff that I didn't need just because I was entitled to it, or just because somebody said I could have it. Because I'm thinking, and this is my thinking. Kids are very simple. They're very simple and they're very easy to make happy. And it's us parents that kind of complicate that. But don't sit up there and be too big, too bad, too bold, and too prideful. Bentley is with me. To get what your babies need. But if you don't have to do it anymore, you leaving that bike or that toy or that jacket will help somebody out even without you knowing about it. So when you do stuff like that, think about it the times when you need it. And when you don't. Now, back to, I want to say Miss Tells the Truth. Like I said, Christmas is something my mother made very special. And I have the memories of the dinners and things like that. So this will be the 15th. And I hate to say anniversary about somebody passing away. I hate to say anniversary because that sounds, and I guess we celebrated her home going, I guess, for lack of a better term. But on Christmas Day, 2006, my mother passed away. And Christmas has held a brand new meaning for me. New thought process. But the one thing that got me through was the memories and the things that she left behind, because she left a legacy. She left, yeah. So every Christmas, first few Christmases, it was like I went through the motions, made sure Nick had a Merry Christmas, things like that. I didn't celebrate so much as I just didn't frown the whole time. And then I got a little more into it. And then I met my wife, who made me realize the true meaning of Christmas. Not just Christ's birthday, because this ain't his birthday, but the family, the not just thinking about yourself but others, and the you don't need 100 people to feel complete. So she helped me change the meaning. Now I'm damn near Mrs. Claus. I got, babe, pass me one of them Christmas trees. Push one of them Christmas trees right there to me. Just chunk it a bit. All right. So, ooh, now I'm gonna do it this year. I didn't do it last year. Maybe I'll take y'all with me. Y'all know after Christmas I hit the what's that stuff called? What's the stuff called? Clearance. And I get things. Oh baby, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But again, this year is a little different again. You know what I'm saying? So, back to what I was saying. So, I'm Mrs. Claus. I'm damn near Mrs. Claus now. This, you see this, y'all? See this tree? I paid $4 for this tree. And there's actually another one over there on the floor that is rose gold. This is white with the lights. And it's a short tree. I think it's 4 feet. Oh, it's silver. It's silver. I didn't even know what I bought. Anyway, so DC done damn near turned me into Mrs. Claus. However, I still have my moments. And to me, I guess that's honoring that particular aspect of the day. But, hey, Sister D Kite. Hey, y'all. So, when you look at Christmas and you reflect on the family time and things, and yes. Oh, my mom. See, that's the thing. I know why I got the silver Christmas tree now. I'm going to tell you why. Growing up, I'm born in 67, y'all. So, about to hear some old stuff. Growing up, we now have green Christmas tree. I did not have a green Christmas tree. Did not have a green Christmas tree till I was an adult. And that was after my sister had her first baby. Heaven sent. So, this is back 70s. I think she got this tree in the 60s right before I got here. So I had a silver tinsel tree. And then one of those kaleidoscope, the little light that you sit and you point it at the tree and it does the 3 primary colors and it lights the tree up and the silver sparkles the lights off. That's the kind of Christmas tree I grew up with. So that is why I bought the silver one. But last year, due to, I wasn't festive again last year. So I didn't get a chance. This tree has not been taken out the box. This is good government. Yes. This is good government since 2019. I'm not taking this tree out the box. Now we have to figure out where to put this one because we have, left to my own devices, I have purchased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 Christmas trees in this house. I don't know where we're going to put these two, but I'll figure it out. Christmas it's different for everybody. Not everybody is religious. Some people are more spiritual. And the reality of Christmas and the traditions and things are rooted. Hey, Asia, are rooted a little bit more, less in Christianity and more in spiritualism. However, not everybody celebrates Christmas. Not everybody celebrates holidays. And we should be respectful of that. Um but during this time, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you get the feeling because you see the kids running around and the new the kids that are just now old enough to appreciate toys and shopping. Watch them when you're in the mall and watch how their eyes light up when they pass a window or see Santa Claus or hear the train. So Christmas just has a different feel about it, even if you don't celebrate it. Christmas is also one of the most depressing times of the year because any loss, any change, anything like that is exacerbated by the memories that Christmas brings up. And we've got to figure out how to combat that, y'all. Because this is to anybody. This is to everybody. If you don't celebrate Christmas, da-da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. If you see your friend is not smiling, check on her. If you know your friend doesn't have family or where they are, invite them to your house. Last year, we couldn't do shit. We couldn't go nowhere. We couldn't do nothing. People couldn't be together. And while COVID is not gone, it has gotten to the point where invite your friends to the house. Check on them. Don't make it a big point. Don't make it seem obvious. But check on them. Buy them something. It doesn't have to be anything. You can go to Five and Below and get them something. It's really at this time of the year, if you think about it and if you're realistic, it is not the gift, it is the thought. So many people commit suicide during this time of year because they're going through one thing or another, and this time just makes it so loud and so heavy because they don't feel like anybody will understand what they're going through. And I think that's a lot of the times that why people do the things that they do, because they think that they are 100% unique in what they're going through and that nobody would understand. To understand somebody, you don't have to know what they went through. You just have to be the kind of person that is cool with just sitting there next to them and not saying a word. Because sometimes, can you imagine just sitting next to somebody and knowing that you're there, not talking to them, not telling them to be all right, not telling them to get over it, not telling them anything, just sitting there, letting them know when you're ready, you ain't alone. I don't know why people feel so lonely during this time of year. A lot of it is because they've lost family members. Kids are out of the house and they're gone. People get older and their kids don't come and see them as much. Families are not together for whatever reason. It's exacerbated during the holidays. I just want everybody to take that. If you're single and you live by yourself and your friend says, hey, you want to come to my house for dinner? Go. They're not being trying to, they're not, it's not a pity thing. They just want to let you know you good. You don't have to, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to explain why you sad. You don't have to give any reason for why you look the way you look. But just know that you can be sad over here with me. So that if you don't want to be sad by yourself, you don't have to be. If you have hard subject for me. My parents died, and my mom was a few years ago, and I'm an only child. I can understand that, Asia. My entire nuclear family is gone. It's just me. I have a sister, but we don't talk like that. I wish we did, but we don't. So my entire nuclear family, with the exception of my son, I mean related, physically blood related, are gone. That's it. Mom, dad, grandparents, great grandparents, siblings, they're all gone. So I got a new family. And it's a bunch of them. But I still am kind of quiet during Christmas. And as y'all can see, I just came on here. I didn't even try to get the flyaways to lay down. I don't think I brushed the eyebrows down. I just came on here because sometimes it's not about how I look. It's about what I'm going to say. We have been, no. We have been through, as humanity, we've been through a lot in the past couple of years. And we still going through it. And I wish that Christmas did do the magical thing that it says it does on TV and make everything better. It doesn't. But it is a day to celebrate family, friends, laughter, the year. It is nothing in this whole wide world like watching kids get up and open presents on Christmas morning. Even presents they knew they were going to get. Even presents they knew they were going to get. Even ones they picked out. Because quiet as it's kept, my folks used to take me to the store and point at stuff and put it in the buggy. And now as an adult, I'm going, y'all didn't even act like Santa was coming. Now they would tell me Santa Claus and all that shit. They would tell me Santa Claus. But y'all, like, they didn't even act like Santa Claus was coming to town. They just, you want that here. You want that here. Put it in the buggy. Put it in the buggy. They ain't had nothing. And then got mad when I tried to, and then I would go try to look in the boxes that I already knew what was in there because I was a kid. And Nick, my first Christmas with a lot of kids was my sister. She had my nephew, and he was a little thing, and to watch him try to open stuff on Christmas was hilarious, and it was beautiful. And then a couple of years later, she had my niece, and then we would just go all out, and the kids would have pajamas on all day. I don't think we went anywhere until later, because we go over to, like, we had set places we went. And then along came Nick, and it's a tradition, no matter where I am, as long as I'm in the same state, and where they are, since they've been born, Christmas time, I'm there when they open their presents. Nick, Christmas time, he was there. That was his thing. We opened presents together. He only been through one Christmas with them, but you know what I mean. It was his people. That's what he did. It's nothing like watching kids open presents. It's nothing like looking at parents when they got that one present that the kids didn't think they was going to get for whatever reason. And they sitting over there like this. Open that box. Look, it's like, what killed me about Christmas and parents and kids is you be sitting over there acting like you don't know what you bought. Like it's a roulette. Like it's a game of chance going on up under your Christmas tree. Like Santa Claus really came. Because you be sitting over there in the corner like this. What is that? Soon as they get to that one present, that iPhone, that iPad, or whatever, I just came to my head. That electronic. Because normally, that face is for electronics. You know what I'm saying? That I did that face is for electronics. But it could be other things, you know, jewelry. If you got little girls or little boys that like jewelry. Could be a thing, but normally it's electronics. So it is funny as hell to see parents sitting over there.
Like they don't know what they bought.
Yeah. Or that face when you know I got that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That, you know. So I just want us, and I'm gonna get off Christmas. I got one more thing. I'm gonna get off Christmas. I just want us to just be mindful. I know as I got older, I got less wanting to go up in people's houses and hang out because it's just during holidays and stuff. I just rather be home. However, that don't mean I won't go. So there are people like me that just don't are just not. I'm not antisocial. I'm just a little quiet as it's kept. When I'm by myself, I'm a little introverted. I don't like attention on me. And even my wife will tell you, I'm not. Hey, Darlene, I'm not. YouTube, she drugged me kicking and screaming. And I still scream. I still kick a little bit. I don't scream no more. I'm not big on attention. So outside of having a topic and talking to y'all and her doing us doing challenges and stuff, because when we do vlogging and stuff, if I'm not talking to the camera, I just kind of forget it's there and I just deal, talk to her and we just show y'all our life. Uh, that being said, if you got space at your table and you got somebody out there you love that goes through the holidays and goes through it, holla at them. Invite them. Send them a Christmas card to know they ain't by themselves. Let me tell y'all some good stuff. People think that it is the thousands of dollars that you spend on your spouses and your kids that make them cry and give them the best Christmases ever. It's not. It's the thought you put behind trying to find that one gift that they would never buy for themselves, that holds no value except for you and them, that makes them cry, that makes their Christmas Christmas. Send your friend a Christmas card. Next time you see him, give him a Christmas card. Everybody don't have money to just hand out presents to all their friends. Give them a Christmas card with a handwritten note letting them know I see you and I'm here. You want to come to even if you don't want to come to the house for dinner. Hey, if you don't want to come for dinner, come to the house for drinks. You know how we do. A Christmas party will turn into a spades party or turn into watching whatever game on the TV. Come on, y'all know. So, what was the it gift growing up for Christmas? I actually sold them jackets when my first job was at a children's store called Kid Street. And then Michael Jackson jackets, some ugly ass Michael Jackson jackets, we had them little ass things. They was like, this was back in 84. And they was like, for kid size, $150, $160. Now, I didn't have no problem selling them because that was commission, but they were still ugly. I don't remember what the toy was back. That was 54 years ago. I don't remember.
What's that?
I remember Easy Bake Oven. I got a...
Baby Alive?
No, I'm older than Baby Alive.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. I know I got a keyboard. And I used to play it. I know I got a keyboard. I remember the stuff because I was a Barbie girl and they got clothes and shoes because that's what they got and stuff like that. But I don't remember, y'all, for real. I don't remember what the toy was back in the day. Maybe we'll do a story time. I'll look up some toys from my year, her year. Huh?
Light Bright?
Yeah, Light Bright. I don't know, baby. All the toys you saying, I remember seeing after I got too old for toys.
Yeah, but that was...
Hey, Morris. I remember all that stuff being after I got too old for toys, though. I don't know. Baby, you over there on the computer?
No, I'm doing something.
Oh. So, yeah. Give him a card. Hey, Heather. I got Drowsy baby doll. I love that doll. I always. Thank you. You made my 1 year before my dad passed away. 1 year, I wanted this doll. It was a ballerina, and she was supposed to do the little, spin on her toe if you push the little thing on her head. I remember that. That was my favorite toy. I played with that toy until I started doing what everybody do to their Barbie doll, started changing it up. I used like a Barbie doll. I cut her hair and design stuff for it. Eventually, the leg fell off. But that was my favorite toy. My granddaddy bought me that toy. My daddy bought me that toy. And I wore that thing out, baby. I wore it out. But yeah, that's crazy. Thank you for reminding me.
You want one?
I don't even know if they have them anymore. I don't even know what they call. I don't even know what they call. But it was a doll. It was now back in the day, hear what I say. I was born in 67. Wasn't no black baby doll. So let's just start with that. And I was blue-eyed and blonde for the beginning of my life. So I looked like the little doll. She was a little blonde, blue-eyed doll. Little thick little doll, because it looked like a little chubby ballerina. Remember being chubby? I was like, oh, they done found a fat ballerina for me. What? I can't dance? Where you get a fat ballerina from? I could sing, but I couldn't dance. So she was dancing and I was singing. But yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't remember what it's called. I read. Now, I at the time growing up, I still like scary stuff. So I couldn't ask my little Christian churchy grandmama to go out and buy me as many horror novels as I could find, because she's like, you're going to hell. I probably was. Excuse me, I had to sip. Yeah, I started reading. As soon as I could read, I read because I'm on TV. So if I wanted to have an adventure, I better learn how to read the words. Tiny Dancer, quit playing with me. I can't even look it up, Leilani, but I will look it up. But I think that's what it was. She was pink. She had a pink tutu. She had blonde hair. And then and she had a crown on. And then the top of her crown was a button. And you push this pink button, and the baby doll does pirouettes. That's what it did. I don't remember if the thing worked. Hell, because I didn't understand how this doll was going to stay up afloat, standing up. But that was the doll. That was my favorite toy. Yeah, anyway. Yes, it was hard as hell. Wasn't no hugging it. Wasn't no sleeping with it. Wake up with bruises like you been fighting in your sleep. Wasn't no sleeping with it. I had other dolls for that. I didn't sleep with dolls. I wasn't a hugger. I wasn't that. Wake up trying to figure out where you been. What the hell? Oh yeah. That was a put the doll in the toy box doll. She didn't even go on my bed because now, okay. Crazily enough, when I was younger, I was very fastidious, very neat. I would get up in the morning and I would make my bed before I went to school, and my dolls had to be on my pillows in a certain order. And this was every day, including the weekend, because I make my bed up on the weekend, put my dolls up on there in their place, and then going about my day of karate movies, horror movies, and my grandmother washing my hair and hot combing my skull. So yeah. I grew out of that. But I still like things to be in order. Even though I'm a little more junky, I still like things to be in order. I got a little headache, y'all, so if I look like I'm crazy, that's why. But yeah. Everybody doesn't have the ability to give back. Everybody doesn't have the ability to go in their wallet and give money to charities and things like that. It's a good thing, my sister. Good thing I was the only child at the time, because me and you'd have been scrapping. Because I came home, found my dolls on the floor, and you took them off their purchase. Clearly, you didn't love me no more. So we was about to do it. We would have been boxing. Hey, Shamita. Not everybody can physically donate money and things like that. But if you don't need something, leave it for the person that does. If you got a little extra, see who else needs it. Because I'm going to tell you something. Always assuming that you're going to have enough is why when you don't know how to act. Always assuming that the food will be there, that the house will be there, that the people will be there, that anything will be there is why if it's not, you don't know how to act. So if you can give to some, if you can take some canned goods down to the food bank, do that. There are so many people right now, especially with the pandemic, especially with being out of work, that are sitting up there stretching bread and peanut butter as a meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because that's all they can afford, or because that's all they have left. Horso Kit Caboose. Oh, I remember that. Oh, the phone with the eyeballs. What's the phone called? The first mobile phone with the wheels. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The phone with the wheels and the eyeballs. And when you would push it forward, the eyeballs do this right here. And if you picked up the thing, you wrote and you dialed it. For all y'all, phones used to have circles on them. Buttons didn't come till later. So so the rotary dial, you make the little rotary noise and it'll go brrr, brrr. You know what I'm talking about? I had that too. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. When you need something, get it. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. You would never put your pride above your kids. At any time. I didn't have no Jack in the Box. I ain't had that till I was older. That wasn't a thing for me. First of all, I don't like clowns. I don't like clowns. That's just disturbing. I don't like clowns. So, I don't hate them. I'm not fear. I don't have a phobia of them. I don't have to leave the room if they come in. I just don't like them. But if you happen to have a clown for your kid party, I'll still come. He come over there and touch me though. Yeah, that frown gonna be for real. You know how they'll draw a frown on their face? Will be smiling. That's what get me. Why you want to draw? You're a clown and you're supposed to be making people happy, but your go-to move is a frown? Come on now. What is this? Who is that? What is that? Anyway. Check on your friends. Check on your people. You know what I'm saying? Yep, a Slinky. Etch-a-Sketch. Yep, I had the Etch-a-Sketch too. And the Slinky. And the Easy Bake Oven. The old school Easy Bake Oven with the radioactive bulb in it. Baby. You could cook a whole meal off of Easy Bake Oven. I don't know where the hell they got that light bulb from. I don't know who made them supernova light bulbs. But you could cook everything on that Easy Bake Oven. Mess around and hit it wrong. See, won't you have a whole little... They had a little grill in the back for the air. But that grill got hot because it was plastic. You know, back in the day, they didn't have no extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have no all this plastic and all this new stuff. They had plastic and metal. That's it. Them two things. Plastic and metal. That's all they had. So the outside was plastic, inside was metal, but the back had a little grill on it that air could escape. That was metal. But that got hot. Mess around and burn a hole. Baby. Yeah. The bag would have melted. So you got to have air and let that pressure and let that hot air out. Nope. Donkey Kong, I was almost grown. Atari and stuff came out when I was like middle school age. I'm so old. I graduated from high school in 1985. I am, what is this, 35 years out of school? Lord have mercy. Anyway. So, what was I about to say? Yeah. Don't complicate your Christmas. If you can't afford it, don't get it. Don't go into debt. Don't go down to errands or rent a center. Don't ask people for money, things like that. Because I have done that, not the rent a center thing. But I have asked people to help. And I'm telling you not to because you're going to feel some kind of way if you can't pay it back. Your age is only 25, CC. That's what's up. I'm 22. Um, don't be too proud, but if you don't need it, don't take it from somebody who does. If you got one kid and three bikes at the house, don't take bike number four because there's a kid over there right now who doesn't even know how to ride a bike. So don't do that. Check on your friends. Invite them to the house. Give them a card. Let them know they're not alone. Because for whatever reason, I don't know why this is the most wonderful time of the year, but it's also the most sad and lonely time of the year. And if you know your friends are don't have friends and family near them, extend that. Because you never know when you need that shoulder to cry on or that ear to listen to you. Y'all stupid. Your son got here before you did, baby. Um, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I drifted for a second. Um, on to my second, which is kind of attached to this one. Um, family is an interesting word. When you first say family, you think of people you related to. You call somebody family, cousins and uncles and aunties and first removes that you've never met, but you'll call them family. Even though the only qualification they have met to be a part of your family is that y'all are related. Then you flip around and family is what you make it. You get married, you have kids, best friends turn into sisters and brothers. But here's the thing. Not but, because I'm not going to negate what I said before. At the same token, don't let family be your downfall. And I don't mean like literally, I mean like your emotional downfall. Because somebody is related to us by blood, we will allow them to do so much. We will allow them to run over us, take our last, make us feel bad because we didn't give. Yeah, stop. When we're kids, when we're children growing up, our entire life is forced upon us. The people we hang out with, how we're raised, what we eat, what we think. It's forced upon us. We have no choice in the matter. And say you got a choice. When you were growing up, what did you choose? You ate what was on your plate. You wore what they bought from the store. You went to the school they wanted you to go to. You hung out with the kids they wanted you to hang out with. Growing up, we had no choice in the matter. And that affects us as adults. We allow because they're related, because we family, we make allowances for family that they don't deserve. Mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. You do not owe your family or your friends anything. You especially do not owe them your peace. If you were raised in a not so nice situation, that was forced upon you. And parents, I'm going to start with parents. Parents think that as you become adults, all the things that you did to us, we will magically forget. It will go away. We will remember the Norman Rockwell picture perfect upbringing that you assumed, I guess, was in your head, and forget all the shit you did. And y'all are going to be like the fairy tale that family is. Because that's what it is. A family is, I'm 10 toes down. I got your back. I don't run you over. We'll run somebody else over together. And to me, and that doesn't, it has nothing to do with blood. Parents, be mindful of what you're forcing on your children. Because I'm telling you some good stuff. This will affect them as adults. This will affect how they move with friends. This will affect how they move with lovers. This will affect how they move with the general public. Be mindful of what you're doing now with your kids. And understand that you're running the risk of them turning into you. I don't want Nick to be like me. I want him to be so much better than me. But I want him to be his own person. That's why I took the stuff that my grandmama taught me and I kind of modernized it. I asked him. I tell y'all now, I asked him stuff because I was never asked. I was never consulted on about anything growing up. Because even though I know if I give it to him, he'll take it. If I tell him, he'll listen. Because that's how he's raised. I want to give him the option because I don't want him to go out in the world thinking he got to take whatever somebody give him. Because he doesn't. He don't. And that includes a wife, a girlfriend, a child, a sibling, a cousin. You ain't got to take stuff people just give you. Some of us kids have not gotten over the stuff you did to us as kids. Some of us grown-ups are still kids in your head to you. We not. Be mindful of how you treated your kids coming up. Don't get mad with how they act today, especially towards you. And there's nothing worse, and not worse, there's nothing more timely than saying it during Christmas because this is when all that stuff come out. Be mindful, y'all. I'm just saying. Daddies, in the house or out of the house, your baby girls are going to bring you home. You hear me? Your little girl is going to bring you home. She's going to bring home how you treated her, how you treated her mama. She's going to bring home the things you say. She's going to bring home the things you do. She's not going to, if you can't be a man for her, don't be there. Don't give her a template of bullshit to take growing up. Either be there and be the daddy she want, or don't. I'm not telling you gotta. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this 2-parent household and a baby need. No, you know what a baby needs? Consistent parent. You know what children need? Consistent, loving, unconditional parenting. That's what they need. Not consistent loving mom and daddy, because that don't work out. Because trust me when I tell you, all that stuff you see on TV about married men, now some of them do, and I'm sure the majority of them does. But just about every pregnancy, with the exception of those, every pregnancy except for Planned Parenthood, except for people that go get the shots and can't just have a baby willy-nilly, or the people that are watching the calendars and watching the temperatures and stuff and having sex on lunch break so they can have a baby. Now that's planned. But everything else, even if you're married, that's some unplanned pregnancies right there. And not everybody including somebody who's married, is meant to be somebody's daddy. I'm talking specifically to the men right now. Mamas, I'm going to get to y'all in a minute. During Christmas time, treat your little girl the way she want her man to treat her, because daddies does. You are the person, you are the man. And mamas who have stepdaddies in the house, this is for you. This man is the person your daughter is looking to as guidance on what kind of man she wants, deserves, desires, and needs. He's a template. Now, if he's not in the house, for whatever reason, he can't mess nothing up. He can't show her nothing good or bad. Us mamas can take up the slack, but he can't show her nothing good or bad. So if he's not in the house for whatever reason, be it he passed away, he's in jail, or he just don't want to be there because y'all didn't work out or whatever, that's fine. Don't be there. Because even sporadically showing up with bullshit is teaching your daughter what she wants. You don't have to be in a house with your kid to raise your kid right. You do not have to do it. Stop saying, no. You know the child needs two parents that love them. They don't have to be married. They don't have to be living together. Oh, okay. They don't have to be married. They don't have to be living together, but they do have to be parenting together. And if you can't be there and be consistent in your little girl's life, if you can't show her how you want her to be treated by a man, then don't. Don't stay with your wife because we got to stay together for the kids because I don't want my child to come from a broke home. But you showing your daughter that disrespecting a woman is okay. Because if you think that your children, your daughters, do not see how you move, then you're stupid. I'm going to pick all of them, stupid, dumb, and ignorant. If you don't think your daughter sees how you moves with her mama, then you're dumb as hell. Because even if you are not with this woman, if you're respectful to this woman, then that's what your daughter is going to demand. If you're polite with this woman, then that's what your daughter is going to demand. Mamas, don't talk down about your daughter's father to her. You ain't got to like him, but you the one slept with him. Don't talk down about negatively your daughter's father to her. You got grown-ups you can do that with. Because you are also showing her what kind of man is acceptable. That's just it. At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. And you're only showing her your side. And you mad with him for any number of reasons. And each reason can be valid. But it's not for your little girl. Because you're showing her what she can expect. And what she deserves. And what she thinks she's worthy of. Because little girls look at their mamas as a template as well. You don't have to be in love with the parent of your child. You don't have to be married to the parent of your child. But if you've decided to be in your child's life, be in it, right? Or don't be in it at all. Okay. I said all that. Now I'm on to the mamas. Mamas, hey, how you doing? We are the teachers. We are the molders and the shapers. I'm not discounting a father's role in a child's life. Your kids look to your dad as the protector, as the superhero in their story. Your dad is the Superman in their story. You protect, you provide, you make them feel safe and warm and cozy. And daddies, you make it so that they don't think anything in the world can touch them because you got them covered. Mamas are the storytellers. Mamas are the molders and the shapers. Mamas are the voices that they hear in their head when they 25, remembering the stuff that mama taught them. That's what mamas are. Stop shaping your sons irresponsibly and recklessly. The world is going to tell your son boys will be boys. Boys can get away with this. Boys can get away with that. And they do. And they will. Stop telling your boys that. Stop seeing your child as perfection when there is none. Teach him like he's a work in progress. Teach him like he's a ever evolving computer. That you put the information in. Hey, Raymond. You put the right information in. And every time you add something, it evolves and gets better and stronger. Stop teaching your babies that. Stop teaching your young men because they're babies for like 13 years. At the most. Stop teaching your young men that they're perfection. That no woman is good enough. That the only woman that is good enough is you. Stop giving them unrealistic expectations. Show them what they need to know about a woman so that they will be respectful. And it just, come on, mamas. Come on. And for those that don't know, I am biracial. I'm just not a light-skinned black girl. I am biracial. I have a white parent and a black parent. To my biracial parents, children, to my white moms, please teach your children about the other ethnicity. Because the world is going to see them as a black man and a black woman. As light as I am, as green as my eyes are, as long as straight as my hair can be, when the world sees me, they may talk about me. They may have extra slangs and slurs they can call me. But at the end of the day, they see me as a black woman. Please teach and train your kids, every part of them. Because the world will do it, and it won't do it nicely. It won't. We can't bubble wrap our kids and cover them and then they pop up adults at 35 like we cooking a turkey. They're gonna fall. They're gonna scrape their knee. They're gonna maybe break something. They're gonna be bad. They're gonna deserve a spanking and maybe not get one. They're gonna do everything, and we can't protect them from all of it, not physically, but we can prepare them. We can give them the tools to get through these situations. And you can't give them one set of tools if you're working on more than one thing. I was not raised with the white half of my family. I didn't have white friends because it wasn't in the town I lived in. It was a few, but they were older and they lived in the outskirts. But I was a reader and I grew up in a different time. Enjoy it. And I'm easily distracted, as you can see. The reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because during Christmas time, we focus on the aesthetics of Christmas, the presents and the trees and the decorations and the lights and the food and the traditions. But it's the kids. It's the kids. And that's why I segued into the I can't I was thinking about a relative, and I was thinking about how they want to stay married. I was told, they told me, I'm just here till my daughter get older. Why? Why? Because let me tell you something. You sitting around the Christmas tree or the fire or whatever you got, and everything that you doing in your house is a lie, so is that Christmas tree. And so is them lights. And so is all of that. Because it didn't come from the right place. Because you ain't where you want to be at. Because the whole year you've been acting like you ain't where you want to be at. So on one day, for a few hours, you act like the family that you want the world to see, and you leave your kids wondering about the other 364. If you are in a relationship, marriage or otherwise, that you don't want to be in, and you have children, get out of it. Stop dragging your kids along behind, because these days, to when these 1 or 2 days out of the year when kids can forget and just be kids, trust me, they don't forget, and they take that with them, and they wonder why you could be there for 4 or 5 hours on one day when I can't get you for 4 or 5 minutes during the rest of the year. And they'll be in the house. I'm not talking about an absentee father or an absentee mother. I'm talking about a parent in the house who says, I'm staying for the kids, but the kids ain't your priority because you sure leaving the house without them. Stop dragging your kids through your garbage. It is so much easier. It is so much easier to parent separately than it is to fix what you broke while they were kids. Because you're breaking stuff in your kids. And sometimes holidays and birthdays can just be a reminder of what you broke. That's another reason people are sad on the holidays. During this time, from Thanksgiving to New Year's Day, people are sad. Because the camaraderie and the family time that they wanted during the year, they get tired of looking forward to it only one day out of the year. Kids want Christmas every day. Not the presents, not the tree, not the lights, but the time you spend together. They want that every day. And it don't have to be all day. A couple hours. They want you to sit down and hold a conversation about nothing. I had the best conversation with Nick the other day. 2 or 3 hours. We ain't talking about shit. We talked about everything random, from fashion to this. But we just talked, and that was my kid. And I spent my time. And he's upstairs. And if I'm up when he leave in the morning, I text him, have a good day. If I think about it during the day and he at work, I text him, have a good day at night at work, baby. I'll see you when you get home. I'll even text him, good night, baby. I was just thinking about you. This is what these kids want. They want that consistent. And I had to learn that. I'm not sitting up here telling y'all something like I'm perfect. I'm not. I had to learn that, because when I first had him, I was going through a lot of stuff, and there was times where I was focusing more on me than him. Now, he was younger, and he probably don't remember that, but I do. I remember that. Which is why I go out of my way sometimes, because I remember that. If I can save somebody from their memories, I hope I can. You don't have to bring presents every day. But if you can make your kids feel like 15 minutes of Christmas every day, you have no idea how far that will go with your babies. All the stuff that we worry about as adults, that's not our kids' problem. All our kids want us to do is take care of them, love on them, make them laugh, Wipe their tears away. Put band-aids on their knee. Come show us the boo-boo that they did because it was a funny shape. They want you to have their back if they get in trouble. Even if they know that when they going to get home, they're going to get beat up. At school, you got them. They even want to be embarrassed by you a little bit. When you show up at their games and scream and no, we don't have no snow. And scream and holler. Even if they grown. Christmas was a sad day for me. Still is. This whole time, not just Christmas. But it's also a great day. Because I sit there and I look at my baby, and he's not a baby no more. And even if he knows what's in the box, he still looks like, I credit my wife. I'm getting ready to get off, by the way, because my head still hurt, y'all.
What's wrong, baby? What's the matter?
Nothing wrong. I credit my wife to giving me back Christmas. So if I can give y'all that, I'm good. And while these may look like tears of sadness, they're not. Don't let the sadness block out everything else, y'all. Don't allow it in yourselves, and don't allow it in anybody else you love. We do 12. We do what? How many different? Oh, you got headphones on.
I'm picking up stuff.
Oh no, I looked up and said, "Why you got on two hats?" But it was a headphone. Thank you, Asia. Don't let the sadness cloud everything. Don't let it hold on to you. Because there's so many little pockets of joy that you can open and look in and hold on to, that it won't kill the sadness. But it'll put it where it belongs. If you can. The old man that lived down the street. Thank you, Darlene. The mean old man that lived down the street. But all his kids and family are gone. Put a card in his mailbox. She had on her hat. She picked the hat up. Because, as y'all know, Jax is all things. He just likes to hoard. He's a hoarder. Jax does hoarder. Thank you, Miss Tell the Truth. Thank you, guys. Jax is a hoarder. He's a shoe hoarder. He's a hat hoarder. He stole my comb and chewed it up. I couldn't use it no more. I just gave it to him. And he left it. He'd have chewed it up. But now that it's gone, he left it. It took me a minute to get good. Because then I started remembering all the stuff I forgot because I was sad. Yeah, he took my comb. He took my rat tail comb. And you know it got to be smooth because other than that, it messing your hair. So now he all braked it up and bummed up and scuffed it up. Looked like somebody ran over with a car. And now she want to give it back to me. I'm like, go on, give it to him. That's his comb now. I gave it back to him. You know what he did? You know what he did? He left it on the bed. He like, I'm done. But yeah. Thank you guys. I just wanted to say that stuff. I just want to say a little bit on this real talk. We will go back to my normal talking about people real talk next time. Yes. clearance. You too can have 5 or 6 Christmas trees. I paid $4.88 for this Christmas tree. Um, be happy, y'all. Oh, it's snowing? Dang. Ain't she New York, Asia? It's supposed to snow in New York. And y'all have that. I like the snow. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I think it's pretty outside. I grew up in Alabama. So,
They can keep that.
the 2 times it snowed in Alabama in my lifetime, I'm cool with the snow. Ooh, we had a blizzard here one time, y'all. The snow was deep. Deep. It was so pretty.
We was trapped for a week.
A whole week. Now, the mother 3 was about to die. I gotta go somewhere. Oh, I think Brittany and Charles got up, put some extra clothes on and walk, because we live close to a store, grocery store. Maybe a 5-minute walk, somebody with some good knees. So we had a whole blizzard. They been in the house like 3 or 4 days. They was about to die. It was about to be damn Mad Max. Welcome to the Thunderdome up in there if they didn't get somewhere. So I'm looking, they like, y'all want some McDonald's? We gonna go get some That's what they did. They went to McDonald's. They went to McDonald's. So they done carved out a patch. A pathway from our back door to the sidewalk.
The bike trail.
No, it's a sidewalk.
The bike trail, baby.
Not the bike trail to the thing. I'm talking about the back of our apartment. That's a sidewalk. It's not a bike trail. Sidewalk. She thinks she's gonna get the last word. I don't know why. Anyway. But the snow was like, y'all know I'm 5'4", 5'5". The snow was up to my hip. So I was not going at it. I was appreciating looking at it outside through the window because it looked like a whole true, scene from a movie. Because you should have seen the snow. But, yeah. So, I like the snow. I'm not going anywhere in the snow. I'm not driving in the snow. Because I also like my life. And you're right. I don't know how to drive in the snow. And walking in the snow is something else too. But I digress. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to my little words. Thank you for coming to hang out with me and make this real talk real. I want to thank all my moderators for taking care of the room for me because y'all know I can't see. No, I didn't click the link because I clicked the link and it took my phone off. I'll click it when I get off. I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's going through something but still gets up every day. I want to thank everybody who's sad but still makes it work for their kids and them. We see you and we love you. And you're not alone. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. If you haven't already hit that like button for me. If you are coming across this, you're welcome, CC. If you're coming across this and you comment down below, whatever you want. If you're coming across this on your, I don't know what it's called. I watch so much TikTok. I was about to say For You page. But if you come across this, thank you. I enjoyed the talk. Have a wonderful evening. I sure will have one on purpose. I love you too, Miss Tales the Truth. If you're coming across this video and you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Share the video. Because I'm telling you, it is millions of people out here. That's not a word. It is millions of people out here that think they're alone and nobody cares and nobody understands and nobody will be there for them. And we need to let them know that that's not true. And hit that notification bell so that every time we get your video or go live, y'all can join us. Tomorrow is bingo, so we will see you sometime tomorrow. And another topic will hit me, and hey, y'all will come around Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe both. I really appreciate you, Mom Squad. I appreciate our years together, and this is the 4th one. I appreciate y'all supporting me. I appreciate y'all coming out. And even if you don't talk or even if you don't say anything, I appreciate you listening. Um, I'm not gonna say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, because I'll see y'all before the end. But y'all have a great night. Um, and I love you guys. Thank you. This your girl Lisa. Bye y'all.